Elias Pettersson and JT Miller got into it at practice. Vancouver Canucks have had a bit of a tough start. Obviously, they got a goalie with an injury that no goalie in the history of the league has ever had. They're still 10th in the conference. They've only played 6 games, 3-1-2. Listen, we'd take that.
Yep.
They have the same amount of points as the Leafs. But a little bit of frustration. And apparently, according to Firehound Lounge on the Donnie and Dolly show, Miller called Pettersson a baby.
Ooh.
Now,
not baby girl, like he called.
No, not baby girl. I love you.
No,
it's just baby.
Oh, okay. It's not as good.
Another team notably got into this recently, and they've done a lot better. Peyton Krebs, Rasmus Dahlin, and the Buffalo Sabres, they're on a 2-game win streak right now, and I think they've played pretty good hockey since the attempted knee takeout.
What are they? 4-1, 3-1 since then?
Yeah,
they're doing very well.
3-1, I think.
That's pretty good, man. I'll take it. What does that give them? The same record as the Leafs? Cool.
Just about, not quite.
Oh, damn. Listen, the Vancouver Canucks, as long as they have this group, are always going to be that couple that argues when they walk into the party, because you can tell they argued the whole way there. And about an hour later, they're making out on the couch, making it everyone's business. And that's just how they operate, man. They're weird. They have a strange dynamic in that locker room. They hired the perfect coach. I feel stupid for ever doubting that Rick Tocchet hire. He is an expert at managing volatile but talented situations.
Yeah, Malkin Kessel in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm really... All right, Miller, okay, a lot of people are focusing on Pettersson because he's not doing well and he got called a baby. We're not going to focus on the fact that this is the third time this has happened with Miller in Vancouver, at least. Remember, he didn't even wait to get to practice with Luke Shen. Remember?
What happened? No, what happened there?
Oh, they were going at it at center ice on their way off, and Connor Garland's in the middle hey, come on, guys. And 2 of those 3 guys are still there. It's fine. It's fine. They're going to be fine. They'll survive.
I like it.
Elias Pettersson, since March 21st, 2024, has 0 even strength goals.
Oh, my God.
No goals this season. That is 26 games plus, that's 32 games. That's 0 even strength goals.
That's so many games.
That's a lot of games. That's regular season and playoffs. That's a lot of games. I don't think that's an insignificant amount of games.
No, that's a lot of games.
And
when do you hit
makes too much money for that shit?
Guys, what do you put him at the concernometer?
Oh.
Where are you
Steve,
at?
if this was
orange.
If this was somebody on the Toronto Maple Leafs, I think your reaction would be a lot louder.
Yeah, no, I'd be losing my mind. Yeah.
You would be like, that's what the money is for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But also, the Canucks are doing all right. And
yeah. No, they did all right through that whole stretch, through this stretch of games. Yeah.
It's
Lankinen was a good signing, by the way. Really good.
He's been fantastic so far this season.
It's one of those things where, there's an obvious problem here, but it doesn't become a problem I'm all that concerned about until they start losing all the time. Right? It's worth noting. Keep in your back pocket. Try to fix it. But as we keep outscoring the other team by the end of the night, it's okay. That's why there's not that much concern and freaking out and all that. It becomes more of a problem when the playoffs are happening, you're doing well, you'd like him to be scoring. It's not that big of a problem. Brock Besser's not going to play Game 7. Okay, it's a problem now.
Yeah.
It's a problem, and I hate it, and I wish he would score immediately.
The Canucks so far this season with Elias Pettersson 0 goals have lost once in regulation time. That's
why it's not a problem.
They've 1 loss in the shootout, 1 loss in OT, 1 in regulation, and they have won 3 games in a row.
Yeah, that's why it's not a problem.
But through their playoff run, the entire 13-game stretch where he has no even strength goals, they go to the second round. And you're like, oh, they look really good against Edmonton, and if they have a goaltender, maybe they make it through. So
it's stepbrothers. Like, all right, now the suits seem kind of fucked up. Like, it's just one of those things where you don't care as long as they're winning.
Yeah, and
Second that stops.
Your point about the Game 7 is like, oh, it started being a conversation about Pettersson and his play towards the end of the Edmonton series because a lot of people looked at it and they're like, he could have been the X factor that got him over the hump, plus like the goaltending, as I mentioned.
Well, we're all looking at Edmonton like, okay, we're not worried about their bad start. They're going to be right there, and they're a lot of people's cup pick. Besser plays that game. They might have won.
Who knows?
They might have won. They might have gone to the Final Four. I probably would have picked them. But, when they didn't have Besser, it's kind of hard.
It's tough.
You need your guys to be your guys. He's paid isn't he the highest paid player on the team?
Yes.
Pettersson?
Yeah.
I think he's higher paid than Quinn Hughes. Yeah. Well, for sure.
Oh, Quinn Hughes is on
a sweetheart deal. That deal.
real sweetheart. I feel like it's not that long. Didn't he sign a short one?
Yeah, I can't remember. And then Hronek's at $8 million. So yeah, I think he's well paid.
Yeah, Pettersson's 11.6 till 2032.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not even it's not even close.
Start maybe scoring.
Artemi Panarin money?
Yeah, JT Miller is at 8. So, yeah.
That's not a bad deal either.
And JT Miller is a guy that will challenge guys. And sometimes that works, and sometimes you're Bo Horvat and it doesn't work.
Whoa, who's fighting at practice? Oh, it's JT.
JT will challenge you in the middle of a game.
Yes.
We've seen that.
Yeah, but the problem with JT Miller with Bo Horvat was JT Miller wasn't playing well either. He just was like, I don't feel like playing defense this year.
Quinn Hughes face washes Petey and calls him a baby. That's news.
Yeah.
JT Miller, meh.
Yeah.
Quinn Hughes is so good. Like watching the Amazon series made me appreciate him even more as what he does, because he's an undersized defenseman who plays like he has size, and his agility on the back end it accounts for whatever he lacks in terms of just height wise or size wise. He's just so good defensively that he can overcome any obstacle he has in terms of what other players have in just their stature on the ice. And he's the best in the world right now.
Crazy passing, crazy vision.
He's the best in the world right now, outside of Cale Makar, who's off to one of the best starts I've ever seen any defenseman have.
I was saying to Steve, I missed out on both of my drafts. I drafted 8th. And I missed out on Leon Draisaitl both times. He was drafted 6th in one, I think, and then 7th in the other or something like that. And I ended up in both drafts with Cale Makar. And boy, am I happy.
Leon.
Yeah.
You ended up with Cale?
Both drafts.
If you have a solid defense, you can win.
It's